All right, we're going to get started. So this week, our topics are how to award a request and how to chat with vendors. So last week, I had published a couple requests, one for firework displays, one for ammunition, one for Chromebooks, to kind of show you what the difference was on services, products, different kind of products. So I'm just going to start with this request. Once you log in, you will see all the requests that you have published. And then when you are ready, let's say you're like, oh, I want to check in on my request, you will get an email notification when a vendor does respond or ask a question on your request. So as you can see, it says one new message. You'll click on the request. And right here, it says a company has responded. They are a small business. They're a veteran-owned business. They quoted us for $25,700. And here in this chat, you will be able to use this to communicate with the vendor. So as you can see, it says Cynthia agreed to my terms and conditions that I had uploaded. All right. So, are you clicking on me? All right, and then as you can see, she typed over and she said we're a local fireworks licensed company, and she uploaded an image of what something that they have done looks like. So this is how you can chat back. You see that they submitted their price. If you want what's on a letterhead, you just say thank you, and maybe you want their quote on a letterhead, so you just say please provide quote on letterhead. Can you guys all see my screen, or are you guys not able to see my screen?
Yeah, it's only audio. Can you try putting in you hit the right window?
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Yeah, that's it.
All right. No, I did.
Yeah, everyone's seeing it now.
All right, guys. So as you can see, we'll just kind of start from the beginning again. When you go on to GovQuote, you'll see that you had published your requests like we did last week. This, for example, the fireworks display, they had submitted a quote for $25,700. You can see that they chatted us. They said we're a local fireworks licensed company. They provided a picture, and then you can say, you know, thanks, please provide a quote on letterhead if that's what you guys are looking for, or if you're just okay with this price, okay, totally fine. Any questions so far on what the messages is like with the vendor, or maybe, you know, the small business or veteran-owned business that they have there, anything like that? All right, so that's simple. You can say thank you for your price. Next, you go back here. You can see another one that we had published has two messages. Click on that. And now these have questions. So if they have not submitted a price yet, it will just say awaiting quote. It will still take up your spots of who has responded to your request. So from the beginning, we had put 10 responses that we would like to get back. So far, we've gotten 2. That shows up right here. You can see that they have asked a question, any specification, or will we accept Russian ammunition? If this is something that you guys have to respond to all the vendors, kind of you need to tell them the same information, you can use this group chat feature. And you can use this, which is a great tool if you want to just tell all the vendors at one time. You can say, we will accept any brand. That way, any vendors that have responded to you will get this notification that you have started a group chat, and it will just send that message out to all the vendors instead of having to respond in each line. The group chat's also really great if you want to update the vendors on any information that you have that they might need. As you can see, we got a response, and this message will get sent out to everyone who's in the group chat. So you can go back here. That's your request. Chromebooks, same thing. 2 messages. Now we have pricing. So as you can see, GovQuote will put them in order from least expensive to most expensive. And if, let's say, we wanted to go with this vendor, we want it to be a small business, they accepted our terms and conditions, you can say, great, thank you. And what you do to select this as the quote that you want, you simply click select as best quote. It will make sure that you want to do this. This company will receive an email indicating they have been provided the best quote. Then you just click select as best quote. So what do we do from here? GovQuote does not deal with any money. We are just the marketplace to bring you, the agency, and the vendor together. From here, you can say, can you please register on our website? You can send the link. If you need their W-9 forms, you can say, please provide your W-9. And then this way you can send all that information through GovQuote so your audit record is completely up to date. But when it comes to your final payment, that can be done outside of GovQuote. So we're just here to introduce you to the best vendors, want to get you the best pricing, and make it really simple for you to not have to use, your email and the fax and the scanning and the mailing. This just keeps it all in one area, so once you're ready to cut that check or that PO, you can do that at the end, send it over, and you are done. And then the request will get moved from your published to your awarded. So you can see we awarded the Chromebooks and it got moved to awarded. And now we have this full audit record right here. So you can see when it was published, when it was due, or when it is due. You can see the description, the request name, any conversation you had is all done right here. Any questions on how to award or how to talk to the vendor with chat? Any questions maybe on the audit record you may have or the group chat feature? We really want to make this site as user-friendly as possible. So if there's any suggestions you guys may have, or if you find something difficult, we really would like to know. We want to make this the easiest marketplace to get quotes on. So, we're always looking for feedback and anything that we can do to help make your job better or easier. I think that's the better word. So as you can see, the request has been updated. You always are going to get these little notifications. So they updated their price. So as you can see, she had messaged us. We use the group chat. We will accept any brand. And it switched from a waiting quote to an actual price. And it will always update you in the chat. So as you can see all right here, it will update you on any information that has changed between either you or the vendor. Again, once you've awarded a request, it will move to the Awarded tab. Easy. Perfect. And as you can see, this one was not selected. The vendor has been notified. GovSpendTest has selected a different company. So you don't really need to, message every vendor, we will send out a little notification that says that for you. Let's say you wanted to buy ammunition, you lost funding for it, it's no longer needed. You can click this cancel request button and you just select your reasons. So let's say maybe all the pricing was too high or you didn't get the quote in time, no longer needed. We'll use GovQuote again. Hopefully this is always yes. And what you can just say in here is just needed pricing. So what this does is it just informs the vendors that you've gone with a different vendor. Great question, Lori. So Lori said that people are submitting their quote not through the site, but instead to her directly. What I would suggest is not putting your contact information on there, Lori. That way it's just done on GovQuote. If they need to get in contact with you, that's what the chat feature would be for. Anytime a vendor submits a question to you, you get that in an email notification already. So you don't need to put your email out there. As long as they use that little chat, it will go directly to your email. So I would just suggest, let's take out that contact information so that they have to use that. No problem. Any other questions or issues that you may have run into with discussing with vendors or finding vendors, maybe inviting them? Again, you always have that option to invite your local vendors onto GovQuote with that share request button located at the bottom right. But yeah, this week's webinar is super simple, super easy, how to award a request and how to chat with vendors. Again, if you guys have any questions, you can always just email us at win@govquote.us. We are always here to help. So once you cancel that request, we said we no longer need it, just go back to the My Requests tab and it can be found under Canceled. Just like that. And you still get that full audit record. So even though you did not go the vendor on GovQuote, you wanted it for next time, you can find it, still have that complete audit record right here. You'll have editing information, and all the vendors see is has canceled. Has canceled. So we don't give out, your reasoning as to why you canceled it, or maybe who else won the request. All we say is that you went with a different vendor. So we have published, awarded, and canceled. Any other questions that we have today? All right, Jesse. So they say that they require PDFs to be attached, but keep getting submissions without. We cannot control how the vendors respond. I wish we could. It would be great. I understand that is very frustrating, but you have it clearly stated there. And maybe you can always use the group chat as well and say, please attach your PDF. Maybe that's something that we can work on better to get vendors to submit it in a PDF form. So that's something that we can work on as well on our side when we do speak with vendors about things and how to submit their requests or their quotes. But again, we cannot control how the vendors respond. It's just something that's out of our hands. Yep, just keep educating them. We will keep doing it on our end. I know when we call vendors on our end, when you guys post requests, we have a team that works specifically to We have a team that specifically works on getting vendors to respond to your requests. And every time we talk to them, we say, the agency, please upload your quote on a letterhead in a PDF format. So we do reiterate that to them. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't, but it is just a matter of keeping them educated and keeping them informed. So that is all. If there aren't any other questions, we're pretty much done for the day. We went over how to chat with vendors, how to use our group chat, how to award a request, how to cancel a request. You guys are getting to know our platform better, and we hope that we can help you use it to the best of its abilities. So thank you all so much for joining us today. And if there aren't any questions, we will talk to you guys next week.